While history tells us the story of generals, battles and empires, archaeology lets us understand what life was like on the ground, what it was like for an everyday soldier training here before the war to end all wars. Do you know how long they would have been here for any one time?
I think around 6 weeks.
Wow.
But I'm not 100%
So
sure
6
on
weeks
that.
and then it's Europe.
That's it, off. If you haven't learnt it by now, tough, you've got to go and do
It's
it.
really hard to imagine that experience, isn't
Well,
it?
can you imagine a lot of our young men of 18 years old nowadays?
Yeah.
Would you have been ready at 18?
This is about a person. So all these other things about paratroopers or Americans or British soldiers, and that's great, it's lovely and wonderful, but we can't get that link to an individual soldier. But now we can.
Captain Simard sees that they're wearing different sort of helmets. And so he comes out onto the road and he says, "Who are you?" And the lead German vehicle, when was this, and realizes, oh my God, I'm in American position. So Simard saw that immediately, got onto his M3 half-track, mounted his 50 caliber machine gun, and opened fire point blank onto the German vehicle. Once he did that, it basically set up a signal to everybody else in that forward area that there's Germans in the midst, and so they all opened up on the German column.
This one is my grandfather.
This one here, wow.
Yeah, so that's his life story about what he did. He became air mechanic, but his trade was watchmaking, so that's what he continued to do right until almost before his death in 1974.
Wow, it's lovely to have his story there. And
Yeah.
so these each tell a story of their own.
They do, yeah. Only 2 of the 5 actually survived the war. Although Wilfred came home, he died of his injuries, and he's buried in a churchyard not far from here.
And 2 out of 5, does that represent the overall statistics?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Such a blow to the population.
There was one block on the landscape, and that was 14 days after D-Day, when we got another attack. That was when the disaster came, when 60 young people were killed. Something that I shall never forget. People don't realise what the penalty is if you go to war. Great shame.